All right, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome again to another live session. We're recording this for later use. This session is going to be about a split session of mobility and balance. It's the kind of class you can do when you're feeling a bit weary, or if you're feeling you've got a bit of soreness, feel a bit tired. You still want to exercise, but you just don't feel like you have the energy to do like a full intense workout, such as we did last week. So if you want to go on and do a more heavy workout this afternoon, hopefully that'll come up onto YouTube, that one that we did, which was cardio the whole time. So for this workout, just need a chair and yourself. If you want to work out your feet a little bit more, feel free to go barefoot for this one. It's totally fine to keep it fully shod as well, so that's fine. All right, guys, let's just make it start. So we're going to do a full body warm up, and we're just trying to get more movement into our joints, and then we're going to do some balance after that. So it'll be sort of like half mobility and half balance. So hands on hips to start with, and we're just going to do really slow head movements, just feeling those neck joints move the whole time. Good, and then we're just going to turn our head to the side and the other side. Now, as easy as this exercise is, there's a few tips just to get you doing this a little bit better. One tip is try not to shrug your shoulders as you do it. So often we try and help ourselves with our shoulders when we do this one, so just try and keep our shoulders down. And the other thing that people do with this one is they kind of tilt their head, as in they kind of tilt and go down rather than just rotate. We're just going to rotate. Good, excellent. Now we're going to keep our head, we're going to do a mixture of those two by tilting your head down and then just rotating our head from left to right. So it's a bend and a tilt. And again, I don't want you to go through any pain. If ever when you're doing neck exercise you start getting pain, or pain that's going down to your shoulder or arm, you need to stop that one straight away. Good. And now we're going to keep our neck tucked back. We're going to turn about 45 degrees, and then we're going to stick our neck out and back. A weird looking movement, but it gets your neck moving in different ways. Try and let it happen just at your neck. Okay, other way around. Good. Okay. Lift our shoulders all the way up and all the way down. All the way up. All the way up. All the way down. All the way up. Then all the way in and all the way out. So roll them in, roll them out. So what's happening is the shoulders are coming forward and then back, forward. And then you can just increase the speed of that just a little. Again, don't hurt yourself. You don't want any pain in the point of your shoulders. You just want to stretch. Good. Then just do some shoulder rolls. Up and then back, up and then back. And then shoulder rolls in turning your body. So I want you to feel kind of supple, or more supple at the end of this workout. Like so. We're going to have our hands on our hips. We're going to go side, So just trying to go like across. That's it. All right, then clasp your hands together, going to go forward. So as you come forward, you bring your shoulder blades around and your shoulders back in. Good. And then we're just going to try and get our forearms moving. So clasp your hands together and just sort of turn them over. So you should be mobilising your wrists, your elbows. Very good. All right, and then opening up and back in. Try and put one hand over the other, and then when you come back, the other hand. So you're just getting a nice stretch. Good. All right, start here, and then we're going to push our hands out. Try and keep your fingers turned up, elbows straight, and rotate here. Just try and make those circles a little bit bigger. Good. Shake your hands there. All right, so wrists together, elbows in and circling our wrists. Try and let the movement just come from your wrists rather than trying to help with the elbows, and then the other way around. Okay, then this one is the clock that we do. Bring your hand in, turn it over, and you're trying to keep your elbow more or less in the same spot. So you don't want it to drop up or down. You want to keep it roughly there as best you can. It'll move a little bit, of course, but just as best you can. Other side. Good. Just trying to shape it out. Let your shoulders go. Try and just tilt your head gently from spot to spot. Good. And then we're going to do the gentle turns. There you go. This is very tennis-esque, isn't it? You can do like that with the backhand. These are the kind of exercises you can do whilst watching the tennis, of course. Good. All right, so feet apart. We're going to slide to the left and to the right. As we come to the left, our right hip comes up. As you come to the right, your left hip comes up, just like so. Good. And now we're going to do the hula hoop. So nice and wide again. Think about the hips moving to all four corners of a square. So it's top right, top left, back right, if that makes sense. You're not really leading with the shoulders. The shoulders just happen to follow where the hips go. So as you come back, the shoulders will naturally come forward. But just think of this as the pelvis and the hips moving. And you can go both ways. And it's nice and slow. You might find there's some points that are needing more of a stretch than others. Good. All right. We're going to do some knee. We'll do this one. We'll do some knee work first. This is the one we usually do. So feet together, knees together. We'll do the knee circles. Good. And then having your feet apart, typically walking. Try and mobilize your feet there. Good. All right. So now stand on one leg, and we're going to try and roll that foot around. You might need to just hold on to a chair, for instance. Both ways. Don't worry if you get like clicks and cracks and things like that. Kind of going to happen, isn't it? Happens to everyone. Good. Now you probably will need to hold on for this one. We're going to do the same thing, but with our knees. We haven't really done this one before. So imagine your knees staying still, but my shin and my lower leg is kind of doing a kind of like a circle around, almost like you're mixing a cake in a bowl, like so. The knee, like your knee itself, not moving too much. It's just the lower leg moving in a circle around that. It's a bit of a different exercise. Might take you a while to get used to it. Just get some movement in there that you don't usually have. Good. All right. Let's do some hip movements in and out. A lift up. Yeah. Lift up. Lift up and then out. Lift up and out. Like so. All right, now we're going to lift that way. Oh, sorry, press out that way, press out that way, press out that way. Really stretch it out if you can. Good. Now this next few, you're going to have to just sit down for. This is the nice part actually, isn't it? You sit down to exercise. And we're going to do some back stuff. So sit forward in your chair just a little bit. And we're going to lean forward and see if we can touch our toes. And then come back. Now, if you have osteoporosis, this is probably not a good one to do. At least not with any force. You would just do it really, really gently without pressing. Good. All right, and then we're going to go around in a circle. So try and keep your hips still as you rotate around, and then the other way around. Good. And then up tall, opposite hand, opposite knee. And we're just going to turn that way. Opposite hand, opposite knee. Fingers down like so, elbows straight, and then just try and roll your wrists back. And then you might not see this in the camera visual, but you're going to put your feet well, you can do both feet. This chair can't do it because it's not a room, but if you have a room, you can do it both feet at the same time or just one foot. And try and just, you're trying to stretch out your foot in that direction. And you can even just gently pull back on your knee, just to increase the stretch on the front of your shin there. It often feels quite nice. It's often an area that we haven't stretched in forever. Good. All right. Let's begin with this one. Now, this is probably a good point to go barefoot if you can. Go barefoot if you can do it. You don't have any major foot problems or you don't get pain with walking. If you have things like bunions or arthritis and it's just too sore, probably best to get your shoes on. But we're going to just roll outwards onto our foot and back in. Just be careful with this one. Don't go into any pain or where you feel like something's going to roll on you or sprain. Obviously, just a little bit. You might even find that just roll onto the outward side of your foot. But some people just have more movement, like myself. Right, good. The next one is the opposite. So you're rolling onto the inside of your foot. So you won't have as much movement this way. Again, if this causes you pain in the knees, maybe just leave this one alone. This is just the kind of exercise for people who can do it, not who can't. And then try and come up onto your tiptoes and just walk forward and back. Okay, and then onto your heels. Good. Okay, so there's a bit of mobility. So that's the whole body mobility. Hopefully everything should feel a bit more moved and kind of stretched out a little bit, which is good. Let's get into our balance now. So everyone's at a different level with balance, so we'll do a few different exercises and you just do the one that you feel comfortable with. So we'll just start, if we can, with our tandem stance, so just trying to get in a straight line. Sometimes it's easy to line up some marks on the floor, the tiles, the carpet. What you can do, if you're feeling really good with this one, and you've got someone there with you, you can blow up a balloon and play balloon tennis with them, and just the movement of your arms and anticipating where the balloon's going can be enough to challenge your balance. You can even do it by yourself, on like against the brick wall, and doing that sort of thing. All right, the other side. You might find too that if you're going really well with this one, you can do it closing your eyes, maintaining your balance. Okay, good. Now we'll go into our actually tightrope walk. If you want to make it a bit easier, have your hands out. See if you can get the habit of looking forward if you're feeling like you're comfortable doing it looking down. Fantastic. Okay, we're going to do some slow marching on the squat. So lift your leg up and then down, but just try and keep perfect balance as you do that. That's balancing without wobbling your ankles, your knees, your hips, your trunk, just like so. All right, now point your foot out to the side, and then come up onto the ball of your foot, and then try and lift your knee up like so, and then just put that knee into your side like so. Yeah, so just what we're doing is just to recap, obviously it's a mobility, joint mobility and balance class, so nothing too intense here, is there? So these are the kind of workouts that are good to do when you're just not feeling like you've got heaps of energy. It's good to do when you want to have a break between you know, 2 sessions that are high intensity. So if you've done something heavy on Monday, but you want to do something on Tuesday, but you're just like still recovery mode, something like this can be. So trying to talk about, yeah, trying to talk and balance doesn't do you so good. But doing something like this in the interim can help you with recovery, get another tick for exercise, improve your balance, but you're not going to feel too, you know, run down by it. So putting these up onto YouTube is going to give you the option of like choosing between a few different classes, which is why I've done them like this, so that later on, if you just want to have that second or third class in a week, you've got a few different options rather than just everything in general. But let's go back to the first one again. Try and pull your knee back so it's sort of directly out. Hands on your hips. And then lift your leg up again, and then put it back down. Turn this one to the side, lifting it up, and then back down. You can have your hands out for balance if you want. The other thing you can do if you really want to challenge yourself is get your TheraBand and do some TheraBand work whilst balancing, and then you have to work extra hard. Or have a conversation with someone whilst you're balancing, and you have to sort of do the 2 things at once. So these are all things you can do to improve your balance and give it that extra challenge. Excellent, good. All right, we're going to do a few more challenging ones. This is a new one that you probably haven't seen online. We've started to do them in classes this week. We're going to take a big step forward. Just trying to make sure I get on screen. I know you can't see my front foot, but there's nothing fancy happening there. I'm just stepping forward. We're going to have our hands out like so. My back foot, I'm up on the ball of my foot, and I'm just going to turn towards, sorry, put them forward a bit more. I'm going to turn towards my front leg. So I'm twisting at my trunk. I'm not doing this with my hands. I'm just twisting with my trunk, and my head goes the same time. And I'm trying to keep everything else still. Don't let your knees move. And try and get a full rotation. Good. Other way. Get yourself sorted. Hands out. Try and have really pure rotation so you're not tipping this way. You're just going across gravity. Excellent. Okay, we're going to do some reaching, but with our feet. So we're going to reach forward as far as we can without moving anything but this leg. We're going to reach out to the side. You can bend this knee a little bit to reach further, but we're going to reach forward with the other leg. So the only thing that we're really allowing ourselves to do is to bend this knee a little bit as we reach. But our trunk's nice and stable. And then, back to the side. One side will be harder. Good. All right, now this is probably the harder one for the advanced souls out there. It's the shake the hands one. So hand on your hip, hand on one leg. I'm going to lean forward. And we're going to, I'll do it this way actually. Lean forward as we kick the leg out. Forward. Just do your best. And then the other side, so left hand, left leg. So always the same side. Good. Excellent. All right, we're going to do just a couple of quick ones to finish with. So do a full lunge again, right? But as big as you can. But try and keep your back heel on the ground and the front hand on the hip. And you're just going to stretch out this way. So you should feel it kind of down here and then down into the front of the other side. Heel on the ground. All right, and this is one for the advanced souls. I know not everyone can do this. We're going to do as deep a squat as we can do. But we're going to, we're just going to do it slowly. If you can't do this, just watch. So we're going to come down, 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 down. And some of you can get there, I know. And some of you, you'll be like, you're dreaming. And that's okay. All the way down here. And one more. Okay, good. And for the rest of us, again, we're going to see if we can touch the floor. So don't ever do this if you feel like you're going to topple over or if it's too much, but we're going to bend down and put our hands on the floor. You might need to bend your knees for this. But what we're going to do is put our hands around to one side. I'm going to straighten the opposite leg and bend it. So bend and straighten the opposite leg. Then come around to this side and then bend and straighten the opposite leg. And then from here, see if you can lower yourself into a crouch and then stand up again. All right, one more time. So we're going to bend down, touch the ground, lower yourself into a crouch, and then sit up again. Good. I know that's hard. All right, we'll finish up with just some breathing. We'll use our whole body. So breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. One more time. Good. Well done. So there's another workout for you. Something easy you can do for the in-between sessions. Hope you did okay.